Hello. This is the making of a Moor woman, brought to you by Moor Society Incorporated. I'm Christopher McGee, the founder. Today's recording is about the nature of relationships in respect to the women engaged in those relationships. It's about the type of women you find in relationships. Now, the Moor Society is an institution dedicated to the study of Negro social studies, an effort to advance and improve the culture of Black America. We are, in fact, an educational institution for culture and ethnicity. Recordings like this are created to give insight to those who might have interest in our philosophy and our purpose and our goals as an institution. This pertains particularly to the African Village, which is one of the institutions under the umbrella of the Moore Society, as well as the African American Youth Organization, more specifically, the young women of that organization. Now, the Making of a Moor Woman is a platform, an educational platform, and it's designed for the sole purpose of providing insight into the education and the curriculum created for advancing young Black American women in terms of their preparation for their life journey as a woman. This particular topic deals with women and the role they assume, the role they choose, the role they carve out for themselves when interacting intimately with a man. There are basically four different types of women, from the least to the greatest. There is the pleasure woman, the recreational woman, the utilitarian or functional woman, and then the institutional woman. The pleasure woman, as you can imagine, is what it sounds like. Women who characterize their place in a man's life as a pleasure. She sees herself as as that nice cold beer. When he comes from a hard day's work, he walks through the door. First thing he says, "Woo, man!" He heads to the refrigerator, pulls open the door, grabs a nice cold beer, holds it to his face, holds it to his head, and says, "Woo!" Then he pops the cork and takes a big swig, and it's like, "Oh my God, yes! Oh, oh, that's a good beer." And his woman is sitting there thinking to herself, he come through that door, he don't grab me. He don't come to me. He goes straight to that refrigerator and drink a beer. Why don't he come see me first? Why can't I be like more like that cold beer? Or at night, before he goes to bed, his nightly constitution, his routine is to go in and get a big scoop of ice cream or a swig of his favorite slushy soda. Get one of those grape knee-high sodas, 16 ounce, put in the freezer until they get all mushy like a Slurpee. And every night going there, ooh, and that's his snack. Yeah. You know, when he come home and ain't no beer or ain't no knee-high soda, he get hot as fish grease. Why come you didn't pick up no soda? Oh, you know you had no soda? I thought you were gonna pick up some soda. And she sits there saying to herself, damn, this is why he don't get this upset when I'm not here. Does he get this upset when I'm not around? Does he get up, been out of shit behind his beer or his soda? She wants to be his pleasure. And she dedicates her life to doing just that. If you ask her, what is your role in your relationship? She says she make a man happy. Well, I make him happy. I'm there for him. I care for him, which is code for we have sex. Or we get intimate. We play sex and romantic games. And that's pretty much the characterization of her role. Then there's, on the next level, is the recreational woman. This is pleasure times 10. This is a woman who wants to entertain her man. She wants to go out and about, show him a good time. She wants to be his escort, his arm candy. She wants to wine and dine. She's the type of person who will plan outings just so they can go out and hang out and she can show him different things and discuss things with him. She's the type of person who will get together and say, hey, baby, let's do a party. And invite her friends and help him put together a party and organize the whole thing. And that's her place. She wants to be that recreation. This is the type of woman who would characterize herself as uh, his favorite sport. This is the type of woman that if he's the type of guy, he comes home, he watches football. And then he puts on a football jersey and he gets barbecue and buffalo wings and invite all his buddies over and they drink beer and scream and shout and yell at the TV and touchdown, yeah. And you got your throwback jersey on. Some paint their face. Oh, the Cowboys, yeah, Cowboys. And they get into it. And these women, these recreational women, find themselves almost tested by that. Well, he get all of his friends together to watch a football game. While he get all his friends together to celebrate me. Why can't I be his cowboy? Why can't I be his recreation? And that's what she wants to be. She wants to be that recreation. She wants to be the person he calls on whenever he wants to go out and have a good time. Then there's the third level. All right, the utilitarian or the functional woman. This is a woman who is skilled. She is she has a talent. She has ability. Whether she can cook, she cleans, she can make clothes, knit sweaters, knit scarves, make jewelry. She's the type of woman who can bake cakes and pies. And this is the type of woman who, if he's sick, she looks forward to the opportunity of doctoring on him, getting him some hot soup and getting his medicine and helping him change the linen on the bed and freshen up and take his medicine on time. She wants to be a nurturer. She wants to be a necessary tradesman in his life, so to speak. She wants to be like a plumber or a housekeeper or an electrician or a carpenter. She wants to be that high or a nurse or a physical therapist. She wants to be that highly trained, highly skilled person that he actually needs. She wants to be more than just a pleasure, more than just a recreation. She wants to be the type of person that he leans on, that he looks to for help and support. This is a woman who characterizes herself to be like that nurse or that therapist, to be like that housekeeper, because she wants to be somebody he depends on. He come home, his clothes, where his clothes are. Did you pick up the mail for me? Did you drop this off? Did you pick that up? She wants to be his helpmate. She wants to be there. And these are very important. She wants to be this important person, this necessary person. Okay. Then at the highest level is the institutional woman. The institutional woman can be best characterized as if you had several utilitarian women serving a man in a wide variety of capacities. The utility, the institutional woman wants to be that authority. She wants to be like a school, like a church, like a trade center, like a fraternity or an institution of learning, a cultural refinement. She wants to be observed as an authority, somebody he would seek for knowledge, wisdom, discipline, skill. She wants to be that person who's not just in his life, but helps give shape to his life, give shape to who he is, and help him find greater meaning in who he is, what he does. She wants to be an authority. She wants to be an authority. She wants a man to look to her the way he would look to his church home. When he goes to church to build a relationship with God, to worship, to learn more about morality, spirituality, the metaphysical. He wants to broaden his knowledge, become more wise in his decision making, and he seeks this woman as an authority. someone with whom he can discuss a wide variety of in-depth things, and she can instruct, counsel, advise. Um, this, of course, is the most powerful of women. It represents the apex. She would be a collection of utilitarian women, a collection of functional women, serving in a wide variety of capacities all the time. And so these are women who could be best characterized as a governess, as an educator, as a medical physician, somebody, dietitian, nutrition, uh, health and health and medicine, medical care, all that. This would be best characterized by a woman who would want to be more than just a girlfriend, more than just even more than just someone close. She would want to be his support system, not just in one capacity or the other, but in a number of capacities. She would want to be his go-to person. All right. Now, it's important for young women to understand that Black American girls to understand in their youth that the type of woman you choose to be in a relationship in many ways will shape the nature of your relationship. In many ways will shape how you come to know and understand your place in a man's life. If you limit yourself to being a pleasure, then know the pros and cons of that. I mean, people love beer, they love soft drink, they love cake, but when they start having health concerns with their health, if they're watching their money, they might cut back on those pleasures. Your importance, lessons, recreations are something else. Recreations, you get into your pleasure, you get into your recreation. You plan your vacation, you plan your trips. You want to go bowling or go to a ball game. But again, what you have to focus on, if you have to work, things you need to work on, things you need to build, things you're trying to learn in advance. Well, see, recreation take a back seat. When you're watching your money, recreation take the back seat. So a woman who wants to be a recreation in a man's life, when life uh, deals him a hard hand, when he faces challenges, then she's going to be less useful. Now, the utilitarian woman represents the first power of woman, not just a vice or a comfort, but she represents a tool, somebody with whom he can lean on or trust to actually take care of those things life affirming. So the utilitarian or functional woman, these are the type of women that a man is least likely to set aside, or least likely to take for granted, or push, or how do you say, something from which they would take a break. These functional women are useful. They are helpful. He's no more going to dismiss her than he would his secretary, his personal assistant, or his housekeeper and caregiver. He will cut corners before he lets somebody like that go, because she is not just, she's a positive motivating force. She is a healthy influence, and she fulfills needs. Um, now I don't have to tell you, when you talk about the institutional woman, you're talking about the creme de la creme. You're talking about what you might regard as a governess, uh, uh, a woman who is ideal for the institution of holy matrimony. These are the type of women with whom you build your life. So when things become a challenge, when things become tight, these are people. These are the type of women you look to. You don't get too busy for an institutional woman. You don't get too busy. You make allowances for an institutional woman, and this is important. Now, you got your Monica Lewinsky's, who specialize in pleasure, and then you got your Hillary Clintons and your Michelle Obamas that specialize in being an authority, being an authority, uh, lawyer, senator, secretary of state, not merely a White House aide. So you got to get your mind around. Okay. Now, a man enjoys women on all four levels, but don't underestimate that some are a hell of a lot more important to a man than others. This has been a recording for the making of a Moor woman, brought to you by the Moor Society Incorporated. This institution, uh, and this represents a platform for the institution. It's educational program designed for the woman's life journey. If you found anything in here useful, if it was thought provoking, then please click the like at the bottom, hit the subscribe. There'll be other videos to follow. And hopefully, this information gave you some insight, maybe broaden your perspective on how you might see intimate relations between men and women. And of course, see the value in pursuing the Moor Society as an institution of cultural education. Thank you for your time.